When the Mormon missionaries invite you out to their church, you gotta dress the part. Let's go. I just got out of a Mormon ward meeting. It was interesting and not in the most positive light. I should explain that usually on Sundays, the LDS church has a not typical service, but more of a ward meeting is what they call it. And when they do that, they invite the congregation to come up and basically give their testimony. What I found probably most odd about the service was there was a heavy emphasis on how they know the Book of Mormon is true. Pretty much everyone that went up on that stage or that platform to give their testimony all started out with, I know the Book of Mormon is true. I've prayed about it. I just know Joseph Smith is the prophet and God is true. You as a viewer, especially my Mormon friends, are probably thinking, well, duh, Cameron, you went to a Mormon ward. What do you expect you were going to hear? Well, I did expect to hear, Joseph Smith and testimonies of they believe their faith is true. What I'm shocked about is how they felt that they needed to emphasize that they knew it was true. There was almost like this awkward pressure of, hey, the Book of Mormon is true. And because I was a visitor, I feel like they emphasized that even more. Most of the people that just went up there just said numerous times they believed in the Book of Mormon, but they didn't really say why. Granted, a lot of these people are born to the church, but this was more of a unique experience because there seemed to be a lot of converts talking today, and they just said they know the book is true. But why is the Book of Mormon true? That's what I would want to know. In order for me to be convinced that your religion or your philosophy is true, I gotta have some empirical evidence. You might be thinking as a viewer, what kind of evidence do you need? And Cameron, you're Catholic. What evidence outweighs the Catholic faith over the Mormon faith? And I would say history in general. I mean, we have many numerous writings, documents, historical figures such as St. Ignatius, who personally knew John the Apostle. None of the early documents in the Christian writings, in the Christian faith, mention anything about the Mormon doctrine. Now, I want you to know that I do not hate Mormons. I actually think they're very great people, and in my previous video I said they weren't Christians, and I honestly still stand by that statement, which is not a bad thing. I think they should own up to it. A few years ago, they had a campaign called, I think, We Are Mormons. The lead singer of The Killers ended up doing a video, and a couple other prestigious people ended up doing it as well. And that's not a bad thing, own to your faith. But as a person from the outside and just doing my research, I'm still willing to keep an open mind. But if there's any thought of me joining to be a Mormon, or excuse me, a Latter-day Saint, yeah, I'm sorry, my Mormon friends, you're sadly mistaken. It's not going to happen. There's just too many historical inaccuracies in regards to the Book of Mormon, and I just do not see any evidence to support it. Now again, I would gladly have conversations with you. I would gladly go back to this ward and have conversations with not only the missionaries, but the bishop of this congregation. But Mormonism will just be a fun religion to study for me. And that's about it.